PokemonGo is the newest and the latest app. Pokemon lovers of all ages have been waiting decades probably for this app to come out or something like it. You can now travel across the land, tracking down Pokemon as you go along. But as you go along, be sure to be careful of your surroundings. This game was meant to be purely innocent, but others saw it as an opportunity to use for darker deeds. Our first story begins with probably one of the most obvious of choices for the Pokemon Go app, a pedophile using it to find children. They would activate the lure at a Pokestop and wait for the children. Then they'd say, "Hey, I know where to find better Pokemon. Come with me." Such was the case of a 10-year-old girl. An older man, whose name was not disclosed, walked up to her as she was all alone and simply stated, "I know where to find some better Pokemon. What's your favorite?" The girl responded with Jigglypuff. And he said, "I've got some Jigglypuff in my backyard. Would you like to come catch them?" She said yes. This little girl has been missing for 3 months now. The police believe that there's no hope of finding her ever again. The only record known was of a little boy who was standing close by listening in on the conversation, thinking it was her grandfather or something, but after the end of that, he went straight to his mom and told her everything. Number 2. Sometimes this app will lead you to the ghetto or sides of area. And though for the most part you're kind of afraid, you're mainly safe. Or so you think. 3 males, African American, and 1 Caucasian, decided to use the app as a means for robbery. The suspects' names are Shane M. Backer, Brett W. Miller, and Jermaine J. Warner. They've been linked with robberies accosted with Pokemon Go apps. This is just one other warning that tells you should be very careful with your surroundings as you go about your day using this app. Number 4. Have you ever felt like something's right behind you, but you keep pressing forward because the Pokemon ahead is a rare Pokemon that you have yet to run into and you desperately want to catch it? Such was the case of a young 14-year-old male. He was walking around his neighborhood around 10:30 at night, and he felt someone was following him. But he kept pressing forward because there was a Blastoise at the end of the tracking, which he did eventually catch. He caught it and decided to turn around and head home when he ran straight into the barrel of a pistol. The man carrying the gun told the little boy to give up all of his belongings. His phone, his money, everything. Of course, the boy complied and ran straight home to report to the police. Turned out this robbery was caused by his next door neighbor who had been watching him and planning this robbery for quite some time, as the boy did enjoy going out around 10:30 at night for a good Pokemon hunt. He was able to get all of his stuff back, and the man went off to jail where he's currently on trial. Well guys, that was some pretty crazy stuff. I'll try to make some longer videos next time, I'm sorry. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and all the other channels shown in the screen above, so that way you guys can catch the latest stuff. Also, be sure you guys to send in a letter of your personal story using the email below if you'd like to, along with the mentioning of the perspective of the story and the perspective and a letter of consent, so I'm above the board with everything. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, I am always in your nightmares.